everyone should remember me measuring your feet last week. I measured your feet for a lesson I'm going to do today. It's an activity. But first, we're going to read the foot book. Some of you may have already read it, but
I've read that.
The Foot Book by Dr. Seuss. Left foot, right foot, right. Feet in the morning, feet at night. Left foot, right. Wet foot, dry foot, low foot, high foot. Front feet, back feet. Red feet, black feet. Left foot, right foot. Feet, feet, feet. How many feet you meet? Slow feet, quick feet. Trick feet, sick feet. Up feet, down feet. Here come clown feet. Small feet, big feet. Here come pig feet. His feet, her feet. Fuzzy fur feet. In the house and on the street, how many feet you meet? Up in the air feet, over a chair feet. More and more feet, 24 feet. Here come more and more and more feet. Left foot, right foot, feet, feet, feet. Oh, how many feet you meet. The shorter book.
Yeah.
So, I have a couple questions. Can anyone tell me another meaning for the word foot or feet? Grayson. Riley. Toes. Yeah, you have toes on your feet. And everybody has a foot and everybody has feet, but something else maybe that you've learned, because we're reviewing something that you have learned in this class. Ian?
Maybe legs?
Well, it's not a body part. It has to do with learning. Parker?
What'd you say it had to do with?
Feet or foot?
No, but what'd you say it had to do with? Now I get it.
Something you've learned. Grayson, try again.
Like a shoe.
You wear your shoes on your feet, but it has something to do with this. So,
like a foot long. Like.
What is this?
Ruler.
Okay. Can somebody tell me what it has on it? Describe to me. Cole?
Inches.
Inches. Okay, Donna, how many inches? What does 12 inches make? Mia?
1 foot.
1 foot. So we have our feet, but we also have feet and measurement. That's what we're going to learn some things about today. Okay, can someone explain to me any more details about the measurement foot? Does anybody have anything to add to that? Chloe.
If you have more wood, the more wood you have, the more feet you'll have.
Yeah.
But if you have too many feet, it'll equal a yard or
Exactly.
then a mile.
Exactly. All right. Okay. So we are going to do an activity, and I'm going to hand some things out to you, but they have a paper clip in them. When I hand you these papers, I want you to leave them on your desk and do not take the paper clip off or anything until I tell you, okay? is I want us to go over it together. That way everyone will understand the instructions and everything. Everybody can be paying attention to it. All right. And that's what we're going to learn about today is measurement with inches.
Do all of them have a shoe?
Yes.
Okay.
These feet are the size of your foot. When I measured your foot, I cut out all these feet that they equal the measurement that I took of your foot. Now these are the measurements of your feet with your shoes on. So if you go home and take your shoe off and your socks, it may not be the same.
Was mine as ever did you change?
Yours was a little different. That's why I checked it. Alright, everybody's been quiet while I find out. Alright, here, everybody quiet. I've got to show you some important details about our feet so we can do our activity correctly. Everyone can go ahead and take their foot out of their paper clip. Just set the other paper to the side, and I want you to look at this carefully. And I'm going to show you some things on this foot. First, you can flip it over to the back, and everybody's foot should have their name and the number of inches their foot is. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, flip it back over. Let me get it up here on the screen where you can see. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Thank you. You may not be able to see it on here, it's kind of dark. But anyways, this is my foot. And on this foot, something that's very important that you are going to have to know whenever you are measuring your items. Well, in this activity, we are going to measure items around the room. I'm sure you see on your paper that it has several different things. But there is a red triangle on your foot. Does everybody see that little red triangle on the side of their foot?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay. That red triangle is the halfway point on your foot. You have been working with shapes and dividing them in half. That is the half point of your foot. So, as in the past, when you measured things and you go to measure your item and it goes over. If you're measuring this and it's here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet. You add another one. If it's under the half point, you don't add another one. If it's above the half point on the edge, then you'll add the 6th foot. Does anyone have any questions about that? Do you understand? Because I think you've done it before, but Riley? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you how to measure things, and we'll demonstrate it more. I just want you to know that that is what that is for right there. Whenever you get started, so you can understand how to do it. Chloe.
I don't get how that is half of my foot. It doesn't look equal.
It may not look equal, but
yours is an odd number.
well, it may not look equal, but I measured them with rulers and I marked in the half spot, so every one of them is marked in the half. All right. So now I want you to set your foot to the side. Okay. And then you have your worksheet. I want you to put your name on that worksheet. All right. Now, there's another part. It says foot, feet, foot. I want everyone to write how many inches their feet is on the line underneath that part. Okay. Does everyone have their name on the top? Does everyone have the inches of their feet wrote underneath that on that line? Okay. All right. On. Okay. So your sheet should look like this. You should have your name and number of inches. The reason you do not see a number 1 around the room is because number 1 is your desk. And this is what we're going to start off with so that we can learn how to do it. Number 1 is your desk. We are going to measure it with our feet. Whenever I say go, not yet, because I'm going to help you. Then whenever you measure it, you're going to put the number of your feet that it took to measure that desk. Right here. This line right here, this column right here, you do not do anything with until we're all back to our seat after the activity, okay? So do not write anything. All right. Okay. So on your desk, I want you to take your foot and I want you to lay it down on the top from one end, and I want you to measure it by moving your foot over on the other side of your finger.
Like this?
Nope. Like this.
We're doing feet.
Like this, Harper.
Wait,
Stay up here.
Like this?
You're going to put your finger down and you're going to move it to the other side.
So like this? I'm using my picture. That's so hard. Is it like this?
Watch. Let me show you on the board, okay? Okay. Say this is your desk. That's bigger. I'm going to draw a square to represent your desk. Okay. The top of your desk. I want you to start at one side on top of your desk and put your foot down. I want you to mark that spot with your finger. Then I want you to move it over to the other side of your finger, because that's 1, 2. And then if I'm over here, my halfway point's off the desk. That means I only have 2 feet. 2 of my feet. So that's what you'll write on the line. 2, or how many ever feet it took to measure on your desk.
Mine's like this.
If it is past, if it's like this, and your halfway point is still on the desk, and there's some hanging off, that would have been an extra foot. So that would have been 1, 2, 3 foot. Do you understand now? Does anybody not understand that? Raise your hand.
Is feet and a foot the same?
Well, foot's 1 feet or more.
Okay.
Everybody go ahead and try to do this on your own right now and write it down. And if you need help, raise your hand and ask me a question. On the boxes, Harper, the first box is for your measurement. How many of your feet it took to measure your desk?
How do we do?
Sorry?
How do we do?
We'll get to that in a minute, okay?
I have 3.
Let me see yours. No, nobody, do not mess with that last column where it says your measurement in inches goes here. Do not write anything in that last column. We're not going to do that until later. We're only doing the first box where it says your foot measurement goes here, okay? So everybody do that. Okay. Does everybody understand? If you don't understand, raise your hand so I can show you before we start the activity. Okay. All right. Your foot. Let's start this.
And we have to do all the way back to that one. We have to do the doors.
Okay, Lydia. Right here. I'm gonna take this on the edge of your desk. You're gonna mark it with your finger. Okay? You're gonna move it over here.
Can my copy of that?
On that side. So you have 1, 2 feet. And you, whenever you mark it, move it up here. It's way under the halfway point. So you only have 2 feet. So right 2 feet there. Yes.
Oh, yes, it's 3 feet. Why do you need it?
No. We are just rounding with these. I don't know if y'all heard that before, but rounding. Because your feet do not have inches on them like a ruler, and they are not 12 inches like a ruler, we are rounding to the nearest foot when we measure. That's why if you have under a half a foot, we're not adding it on. Or if you have over half a foot, we're going to add it to it. We're going to do the same thing when we measure the other objects. All right. So, can anybody tell me how else you could use your foot to measure an object? Cole?
To make it quicker, and if it's in time, it's much quicker to use feet instead of inches or centimeters.
Sometimes it's more convenient if you're in a hurry. That's right. That's what you're saying, right? If you're in a hurry and you need to say, well, how far is it from here to there? 'Cause I need to make the distance from Cole's desk to me. I need to go that way, that far, but I don't know how far that is. So you might put your feet together and count your feet until you get to Cole's desk. How many ever feet you have, you're going to go back to your starting point and you're going to walk that way that many times. You can say, that's the same distance. You won't know how many inches it is, but you can figure that up in your head with your own feet by how many steps you took. Right, Riley, sorry.
I did plan, but it's not a quicker way. It's just a different way. You can use your thumb if you're doing it with small objects like this.
Yep, that's
Then
right.
use your pointer finger to put it like this.
Okay, we're going to move on to the activity so we can get started. Now, everybody has already seen, is everybody paying attention?
Yep.
Okay, everybody has already seen when they come in that I have numbers on the door,
I can't find
the whiteboard, the desk, and the Chromebook case, the charging box. Yes, it starts at number 2, and we go 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've already done the desk on your paper. We're going to start at the door. Now, I only have 4 measuring stations, and so I'm going to pair you up with a partner. This partner, the reason you're going to have a partner is because you're going to have to do the measurement like this whenever you hold it and move it, and your partner is to help you measure. Everybody will measure with their own foot. Whenever I send a group to the door, one person will measure first with their foot, write down how many of their feet it took on their data sheets, and then the other one will measure next. But the partner is there to help. So when your partner's doing their measurements, you put your things down and you help them. And then whenever they get done, they will put their stuff down and they will help you. Okay?
Yep.
Does everybody understand that?
Yep.
Okay. And since I only have 4 stations, I'm only going to be able to do 4 groups at a time. So I have another activity for the ones that are going to be seated. You're going to sit quietly and do a worksheet while they are measuring. And when they are done, you will get to go measure, and they will sit and do the worksheet. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and call the groups out to do this so we can get them started. And then I'll explain the worksheet to y'all while they're doing theirs. And then I'll explain the other group's worksheet later.
Are we going to group by
No, I grouped you in a different way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Bailey and Cole. I need you to go over and stand by the door.
What about papers?
Yes, everybody will need their paper and their pencil and their foot.
Okay.
Chloe and Alan, I need you to come stand over by the whiteboard. Ian and Donna, I need you to come to the Parker's desk. Alan, Chloe, this whiteboard, please. Let me turn it off. Okay. Daniel and Harper, I need you to go to the Chromebook box. Okay. All right. Now, you can go. Y'all that are at the stations can go ahead and start when I say go. Not yet. When I say go. But listen to me. When you finish, and I'm going to show you first. When you finish measuring your item, I need you to stand there quietly until I tell you to switch. That way we can make sure everybody else is done. Because we don't want to be confused what you're measuring whenever you need to be. Now, this is how we're going to measure these items. This whiteboard, we're going to measure the length of the whiteboard. From that end to that end. We're going to measure the length of Ms. Parker's desk. From this end to that end. We're going to measure the width of the Chromebook box. From this end to this end. We're going to measure the width of the door. We're not going to measure from the floor to the top. We're going to measure the width from one side to the other. Okay? All right. You may begin. And if your partner's measuring, lay your things down so you can help. Okay. Everybody else. Okay. You three move over here to these seats. Please. Anywhere. Go back here. Come up here. All right, I'm going to pass out rulers right up here. I'm going to pass out rulers, and this is what y'all are going to do while they're working. Okay, do you see this worksheet, everybody? Y'all done this before. You're measuring the pencils in inches. You're measuring inches, and you're going to answer these questions down here. Bo, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Answer these questions. Whenever you're done with the front, there is a word puzzle on the back. You can start it. You do not have to finish it, but you can start it. Set your other things to the side until it's your turn.
Wait, if we get done with that, can we do the back?
Yes, that's what I just said. You can flip it over and start on the word puzzle.
Yes.
You do not have to finish the word puzzle.
This is the word puzzle?
So it's your turn.
Okay. Wait, where's Logan? I mean, letter K.
Yes.
Where did Logan?
I'm going to pass out snacks for you to eat too while y'all are sitting here. Everybody that's up will get your turn. Continue to work, and you will get them whenever it's your turn to sit. These are fruit by the foot. No, you use your rulers, and I didn't pass the rulers out. I don't think you can measure them with your feet. They're a little small, but I didn't have the rulers, so I don't. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it to her. Okay, now you can depend on that. I'm sorry, guys. Eat while you work. Just make sure you're working on that. Okay, now we can switch. Guys that are doing the activity, girls, we can switch, but look what number you're on. Go to the next number. These two are not in order, that's my fault, but you're number 3, so you've gotta go to number 4. If you get out of order, you might get confused. So go to the next number, 3 to 4, 2 to 3. Y'all are at house, so y'all have 1. I mean 2. Good job.
I'm finished.
Work while you're eating.
Four. Were they reaching? Oh my God. 8.
No, you measure the width of the door, not from the floor to the ceiling, from one side to the other. Everybody that's at your desk, make sure you're working on your worksheet while you're eating.
This is like a lizard's tongue. Okay, so we got the same. No, it was 6. Oh wait, yeah. I'm so my mind is 8. Yeah, I use it. Why? Look at my tongue. And other. It's so long to say things I love, so I love the duck and it doesn't like so well.
Make sure you are on the number. That picture on there and numbers where you're supposed to be and what you're measuring at the top. Everybody work quietly while they're concentrating on the measurements. All right, everybody's done with that one? All right, switch to the next number. Make sure you figure out which number you're supposed to be at. Go to 1, 5 goes to 2. Please throw your trash away whenever you're done too.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
1 inch. This is 1 inch. No, that's 2. Yeah, that's 1 inch.
Make sure you put your name on these papers as well so I'll know whose they are. Because after we get finished, I want you to turn these in to my desk. At the end of everything, y'all are going to turn these in, okay?
Miss Barker, I played longer than Ellen's and we're both at 4. Oh, it's a tiny little pencil. I got it, but it's 1 inch. And the last one was 2 inches. Looks like there's nothing. There is.
Perfect. So this one should be able to do it, guys.
Okay. Oh, that. I'll go to the.
All right. Everybody switch.
Anyway, okay. It's my turn. Here. Okay. One. 2. It's not even. Come on, ball. Yeah. Okay, what's 14? Wow.
Whenever you complete your last measurement, I want you to have a seat on the side of the room, okay? Whenever you were done.
No. Very sad, but we haven't. Have you found Mac? Yes, there my puppy.
I'm finding Matt.
Everybody over here has to have their trash cleaned up, be sitting quietly to be ready to have your turn to measure with your feet. And your snack needs to be 8, please.
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
Okay. Are you done? Have a seat over here.
I think I may have to take pictures.
Okay, you have to be sitting quietly.
You're not the only one. Look for 2 F's and then
If you're not sitting quietly, then it's going to take longer for you to get your turn. Okay. I'm going to hand these out to y'all before I start them. These, and I'm going to give you the ruler. These are, eyes up here, these are the measurement sheets like you've done before. You are to measure the pencil with a ruler using inches. Write the measurement on the line, and then answer the questions at the bottom. Okay? And these out, and then I'm going to get them started, and I will give you your snack. Everybody should be finishing their snacks quickly.
I've been mine.
I'll write your name on the paper over here, and you can get started on that. And whatever you get finished with the front, you can flip it over to the back. Okay. I'm still waiting for y'all to finish your snacks on this side.
I'm pretty mine. Finish your snack, guys. And then you forgot it. Oh, tiny one. He's cute. Can we eat the shell? Hurry.
Inches. All right, everyone on this side of the room needs to sit quietly so I can talk to them and explain to them how to do their measurements. Now, if you're not done with your snack, then you're going to have to either find a way to put it up or throw it away because we're about to start. You've had a lot of time. Just leave the word puzzle paper on your desk. Okay. So does everyone remember how I explained measuring the items to you? Over here on this side, I'm going to call out the groups that I need to go to each place. So listen, take your pencil, your paper, and your foot. Shalyn and Trevor, go to the door. Emberlyn and Grayson, come to the whiteboard. Mia and Lynn, come to the start stand. Michelle and Bo. Go to the Chromebook charger. Yes. And then Riley and William, you're going to come over here and stand beside Trevor and Shalyn. And whenever they finish, you're going to do yours, okay? We're gonna do it that way. Let them two finish. Whenever y'all finish, they're gonna do theirs after you because there's an uneven amount of groups. So step back and let them finish, and as soon as they're finished, you start, okay? All right, everybody can go ahead and start if you're on a station. Remember to help your partner one at a time. Your feet are not the same size, so you cannot use both of your feet while measuring. Most of you do not have the same size feet. You have to measure with your foot only.
Miss Barker, what if our feet on here are both not even?
You measure with your own foot. Yours doesn't have to be the same size. Listen, you don't need that. Your foot does not have to be the same size as William's to measure something, because you're going to measure it by yourself, and then William's going to measure it by himself. You're just going to help him if he needs help holding it and moving it over. Okay?
And then on the next one, he's gonna help me.
Both of you can help each other on any of them, or all of them. Okay? No, you are both going to do both of your feet on here one at a time. And you're going to do both of your feet on there one at a time. And there one at a time. And there. So, both of you should have your own measurement of each object. Do you understand? If you have any more questions, just raise your hand and I can answer.
That's the biggest feet. Strawberry was black.
Riley and William, come up here.
Yes.
You're going to start right here because they're already done, and that way you can go ahead and do yours. Y'all sit over and let them measure behind y'all. So we're going to switch you two out instead of the other one. Does that sound okay? Across the front of the desk. Start at one end, go to the other. Right here.
Nice.
You can do it that way, but it's easier for you to do it.
Just put eight.
Help him. You can help him hold it and move it over.
Where's mine? I'm training you right now.
Slow down.
I'm training you. No, we go for the five. You don't have your pencils? Miss Barker, Paul's not on there, but it's spelled wrong right there. I can't hear that. All the way down. Here.
Everybody try to work as quietly as you can. I know you have to talk to each other when you're measuring, but just do it quietly so everybody else can think, because we have students at their seat working on worksheets as well, and they have to think in a seat. Okay. Everybody on your measuring stations, you can switch. Look at the number and the place you're supposed to be, and go to the next number. 5 will go to 2. Over there. Okay. Let them do theirs first, and then you can do yours.
So pretty much 3 inches.
Work as quickly as you can.
Mike done.
3 inches.
Okay, one edge together. And right. Remember to help your partner if they need it. Find their quickly and help each other. Help your partner if they need help.
Did you leave your paper? Where did they get the work?
Offer your help and that's the right thing to do if they don't want help. Okay. You need to be, if you need help, you need to let your partner help you, and if they need help, you need to help them.
Supposed to be here or something.
Are you going to be back?
Let her put her finger in the spot so you can move it.
This cuts it.
No, I'm off.
Raise your hand if you need help.
Are you allowed to go out of your room? So you're not allowed to communicate with us.
He thinks it's going to be the same as mine.
William seems like he needs your help now.
Did you know I don't
My sister just lays in her bed because we have a bunk bed and the light doesn't get to her face. So Lola's like,
Mark, yeah. Don't make sure you throw your trash away when you're eating your snacks.
what grade is Abigail in? 8 or 7? 7? 8? 9? Can the computer hear you or something?
6:45. They're all
Chloe.
City Park gets
Alright, Riley, right
Yeah, it's fine.
Write it down. Alright. We're ready to switch. Pay attention to the number you're on. Switch.
Oh, I got my turn because I no. Okay, my turn.
While you're waiting.
Excellent. It's pretty easy to do. No. Where? Okay. No, you remember to put
Work quickly. We have to get finished because we have other stuff to do, so work quickly. Your son's finger. His finger. Only one hand.
Why are you pushing me?
Move it.
I can't remember. 7. No. And 4. What's yours? 4, 3. Remember.
Keep going.
Mr. Brown.
you already measured that? All of you are done? All of you are done?
We haven't done the door yet.
No, we're going to the door next, so hold on. You have one more spot to do. Be patient.
Still have it? Wait, no, it's actually passed. That's how you
Wait, look in here. Look in.
Is everybody working quietly?
Not yet. I've only got to go to number 3.
Yes, you only have one more to do, and then we're gonna sit back down and finish the activity.
I'm
All right, write it down, Shalyn. Write it down and switch. It's okay. All right. Everybody switch.
You know, that's my foot.
No, he's gotta do this right now. I'll help her. I know it's a long one. What is there for you?
We're done?
William,
You have your head here.
Whenever you have measured everything, come take a seat.
really? How? How? But we found that. Show where we're at.
Right here. Right here. Bo, your partner's not finished working. You shouldn't be at your seat yet. That's part of working together. All right. Everyone that's back at your seats, the group over here needs to throw. You need to throw your trash away before we do anything else. Throw your trash away. Daniel, throw your trash away. Ian, throw your trash away. Ellen, throw your trash away, please. All right. Everyone that is not in their own seat needs to grab their pencil, their things, their lunches, and their pencils, and stand up. Don't go anywhere yet. Stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. Okay. Just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. This front row, you can go back to your seat if you're not in your own seat. If somebody else is in it, stand there until I tell them to move. Okay, now the second row. All of you can go back to your seat. You're good. Alan, are you supposed to go back to your seat? Okay.
Right now.
Oh, you can go back to your seat now. Last one. Okay. All trash should be in the trash can.
I found green.
There's somebody's trash up here. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Okay, everybody put the word puzzle paper in your desk. In your desk, please, Grayson. Not in your paper folder, just put it in your desk.
It's a razor. That's not mine.
Okay. Does everybody have their word puzzle paper in their desk and their other worksheet on their desk? You should have your measurement worksheet on your desk with all your measurements. Your foot, feet, foot sheet. That was a tongue twister, kind of. Okay. Now I have a couple more questions. So, everybody in here, most of you didn't have the same length foot. Some of you had 8 inches, some had 9, some had 10, and one person even had 11 inches. Without it being an accurate measurement, everybody's measurements on every item probably different. So tell me, what would happen if people measured things with their own feet instead of a measurement tool such as a ruler or a yardstick? What would happen if we just went around and measured everything with our own feet? Grayson?
It would be like the same.
No, it wouldn't be the same. It would not be the same. Donna?
It would be the wrong.
It would be the wrong answer. Why would it be the wrong answer? Daniel?
Could you do it?
No. Cole? If somebody that had a foot that measured 8 inches and somebody that had a foot that measured 11 inches went around and measured the same things, why would it not work? What's wrong with that? Because, Chloe?
They're not the same size.
They're not the same size. So William might say my desk is 56 inches long, or sorry, 4 of his feet long, and then Riley may say that my desk is 6 of her feet long. So what would it be, 4 or 6? They're both right with their feet, but if you're measuring with a ruler or an accurate source of measurement, then this is actually going to be right. Okay. We're going to go over the paper in a minute, but I'm going to ask you another question. In the future, what tool would you use to measure things? And you can name off a couple different ones. Somebody give me some names of some measurement tools that they might would use. William? Cube. A cube's not a measurement tool for units of measurement like inches, centimeters. But, I mean, you could use it like we did the feet, but it's not an accurate measurement. Harper?
A tape ruler?
You could use a tape measure.
Tape.
Alan? A ruler. Bo?
A meter stick.
A meter stick. Bo?
Yardstick.
A yardstick. There's so many different things that you can use. So if you want an accurate measurement, use one of those things, because if you use your feet, nobody else, may get the same measurement as you. It could turn out wrong, especially if you're building something. All right. We're going to go over that paper because I want to do the next part of it. On the first part where it says your desk, somebody raise your hand and tell me how many inches their foot is and how many feet it took. Grayson.
9 inches.
That's how many inches your foot is. How many of your feet is your desk long? Grayson, up here. How many of your feet did it take?
2.
2 of your feet. Okay. William, how many inches is your foot?
11.
How many of your feet did it take?
2.
2. And yours is 9 and it took 2. Now we're rounding. So with Grayson's, it probably did take 2, because whenever he went to the next one, it was under the halfway mark. So that came out the same. But if we took Harper, how many of your feet did it take?
3.
3. Took 3 of Harper's feet to cover the top of her desk. It only took 2 of William's and 2 of Grayson's. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is you have your measurement in feet, and you're gonna figure out how many inches that is. But remember, some of you have 8-inch feet, some have 9 inches, some have 10, and some have 11. So you need to do standard algorithm to figure out how many inches that is. Okay? If I have an 8-inch foot and it takes 2 of my feet, what am I going to do? Somebody tell me what I'm going to do to find out how many inches. Chloe.
You have to do 8 plus 8.
That's right. You have to do 8 plus 8. Figure out how many inches that was. What's 8 plus 8?
6.
Trevor.
16.
16. Okay. I want you to do that to every item and write your answer in the box. Now I'm gonna do another one because some people have more than 2 feet and that can get more difficult. Donna, how many of your feet did it take for your desk, for Miss Barker's desk? 6. How many inches is your foot? 9 inches. So what do you have to do to figure that one out? Everybody listen. What do you have to do to figure out how many inches it took? If your foot's 9 inches and it took 6 of your feet, how do you figure that out? Your foot's 9 inches. You have to add, like we did here. This was only 2, but how many times are you going to add 9? 6 times. You remember there's several different ways to add more than one number. So you can do it the arrow way, or you can do standard algorithm and add one at a time. Choose your way, it doesn't matter. And you can use the back of your paper for scrap to figure it up, all right? Go ahead and start. I'm going to give you a few minutes to figure that out. If you need help, raise your hand.
Oh, yeah.
If you're adding, I'm just going to write this up here just to show you. She had 6 of her feet. 6 of her feet. And her feet were 9 inches. 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. That was 6 of her feet. Okay. Your desk took 3 of your feet. Your feet are 8 inches long. You have 3. Your feet are 8 inches long. 8 inches plus 8 inches. 8 inches. And that equals the amount of inches that you have. We'll just do it. We're just working on your papers. 8 plus 8 plus 8. Any way you want. You can do groups. Huh? Yes. And put it in the box. You put the answer in the box. Trevor did something really smart. His foot is 10 inches, and I know everybody can't do this, but all he had to do was count by tens. So that was really easy. Okay, William.
If it's 11 inches, took 2 of your feet to cover your desk. So you have 11 plus 11. How many inches you have there? You can do that.
I know this is a little difficult to understand. Just do the best you can, and if you need help, raise your hand, but we're gonna try to wrap it up pretty quick.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
All right, I'm gonna start doing a couple of these for you to help you understand, because I know everybody's kind of confused. So I'm gonna call on, raise your hand if you're having problems and you needed help. Okay, Lance, I want you to tell me the problem that you're on. How many inches is your feet first?
9.
Your foot is 9 inches. Okay. Which item are you on? On your desk. How many of your feet did it take to cover your desk? 3 of your feet. So it took 3 of your feet. So if your feet are 9 inches, your foot is 9 inches. And it took 3 of your feet to cover the top of your desk. You are going to add 9 plus 9 plus 9. That's 3 of your 9-inch feet. Okay, does everyone see that? Because it took 3 of his feet to cover his desk. He added 9 plus 9 plus 9. If you have a 10-inch foot and it takes 3 of your feet to cover the desk, it's 10 plus 10 plus 10. And then if it's 4 of your feet, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. There are different ways. I know the arrow way is one way. You can group and add. You can use standard algorithm. Does anybody else have a question with the one they need help with? Chloe, how many inches is your feet? Your foot?
My foot is 9 inches, and it took 4 of them to equal the door.
Okay, if it took 4 of your feet to equal the door and it's 9 inches, this is what we did with Lance's when it took 3.
9 plus 9 plus 9. But counting them, well, I tried try to count them, but they keep like adding up to something that I don't think is the right answer.
You don't think it's the right answer? What answer did you get?
I lost it, but I still think it was the wrong answer.
Okay, just do your best, and I will look over these papers, and I will correct them, and then I will show you later on how to fix it, okay? If you may be getting it right and not knowing that you have it right. Inches are gonna be a lot more than your feet. It's gonna be a lot more. Okay, everybody go ahead and put your paper away. We're gonna go ahead and stop. And I just want to ask one more thing. What did you learn from this lesson? Somebody tell me what you learned. Oh, Riley.
Every time you put the identifier from someone else, you'll always get different numbers.
That's right. Bo?
That you can't, when it says like measure your foot, it doesn't mean measure with a foot to see if it's a foot. It doesn't mean like foot, you can't measure with your foot because it'll always be wrong.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. I learned that it's a lot easier to measure with a ruler than it is your own feet. Because everybody gets the same answer instead of everybody getting something different. Okay. Both of those papers, I know I told you to put that one away, but the other papers should be in your desk. Just go ahead and take both of those papers and turn them into on my desk whenever I say I'm going to call you by Rose and let you do that.
I only have 3 more left.
This first row, you can go ahead and turn them in, both of them.
First row goes.
This first row over here, you can turn them in.
Alan, where's the other?
Ms. Barker,
Yes, ma'am.
Trevor is checking out.
Okay, thank you. Trevor, go ahead and turn your camera.
I thought I would